Hello everyone. Okay. My name's Maureen Bailey, and what do? I empower women and girls through training and life skills, and that can be done in refuges, working with and coaching women that are obviously suffering from domestic violence. It can be done in schools where children want to know about prevention of CSE or child sexual exploitation. It can be done on a one-to-one level with women that are going through difficult situations that they need support to do. Okay, I'm trying to go fast here, this is really hard, here we go. The other things I deal with are healthy relationships and matters of that kind. So even though I'm quite small, where we are quite small, we have reached 7 schools, 5 universities and over 300 children. And I'm very, very, very grateful for MVSC for the following reasons, 3 reasons. First reason is the staff. Very, very warm. If you want support, MVSC staff, I can say, have supported me thoroughly, from the frontline staff all the way up to Khadija, and I have to commend them all for that. Second reason, partnership working. Sutton partnership working, they co-opted somebody to help us on accounts. They've been brilliant, and they have helped us to get up on our feet, so I'm very grateful for that. And third reason, and final reason, is the bid writing aspect of MVSC. And I can only highlight for this, the lady on the left, for supporting so many. You've seen in the handouts how many people have received funding as a result of her bid writing and support. And I have to commend you openly for that, Bo. And I want to say that if you want to get in touch with me, I am here every day, and I have a website up there. You just have to type that in Google and you got me. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just to say, I'm Field Director of Operations at Jigsaw for You. I'll report my stride. And, okay, Jigsaw for You, in case some of you don't know, we work with children and young people with complex social and emotional issues. And this last year we reached 3,900 individuals. The reason we looked to MVSC for help was because we want to be sustainable. And the reason we got to the position where we were thinking about sustainability and contacting businesses was because we worked with a group called Pilot Light. We had mentors, and we worked up a business plan which included reaching local businesses and also having a business development manager. And amazingly enough, at that very moment, Raymond Kinsella, who is the link person between MVSC and local businesses, phoned me. And since that time, we've had fantastic support from Raymond, and he met with us and he discussed our ambition with us. He's coached our business development manager, who we were eventually able to recruit. He's helped us link with local businesses in a meaningful way. We've had donations from local businesses. We had 400 Easter eggs last year at Easter, funnily enough, or this year at Easter, which we were able to give to loads of young people, children and young people locally. He spoke at our AGM, and he's really helped us build our confidence in reaching out to businesses. And it's really, really so important that we keep going, because, as I said at the beginning, we've reached 3,900 individuals this year, and I firmly believe if we weren't here, they wouldn't have had a service. So I can only say thank you very much, and Raymond's a bit of a hero for us.
Good afternoon. So my name is Trisha Hewitt, and I would just like to thank Bo and her team, because they have provided tremendous help in the initial setup of my charity, which we've been run for just over a year. The charity itself works alongside female teenagers, vulnerable female teenagers living and attending school in Merton. We work with young girls on self-confidence, self-esteem, CV and career aspirations, so we provide workshops and summits. We also provide one-to-one listening and mentoring for young girls, as I said, who are vulnerable and who just need that extra bit of support. I have found Bo and her team tremendously helpful, as I said, in the initial setup of the charity. In particular, help with my policies, use of the office space, which is, as you can imagine, is valuable. Funding, help with funding applications, accounting, provide an accounting service, and also just the general charity structure. It's a very new charity. We needed support in how to set up a constitution, etc. And we found that so helpful. I also, as I said, we have one-to-one mentoring service, and we were able to use the office space to interview our mentors, and that we now provide a one-to-one service, as I said, for many young girls in the Merton area. As a result, as well of our charity, we also now have what we class as ambassadors. We have female girls, 10 female young ladies who have put themselves across for charity ambassadors, and they are the ones that encourage the other young girls about our events that are going on. And again, as I said, that's been tremendous. They've also been involved in volunteering as well. We've held workshops for Pollard's Hill Youth Club with a very hard to reach target market group. I've held 6 workshops based on self-esteem, self-confidence and career aspirations. And as I said, MVSC has been helpful in the sense that some of them actually attended the workshops and were able to talk to the young ladies about volunteering. And again, as I said, that's been wonderful. So yes, again, I'd like to say thank you to the team for the support that they have provided our charity. Thank you.
My name is Merton. I'm the director of the Common Side Community Development Trust, not the director of Pollard's Hill. We run the New Horizons Centre, which is a big community centre in Pollard's Hill, and we're also co-managing the space in the youth centre in Pollard's Hill at the moment, with colleagues in Merton's youth services. We run our Step Forward programme, which is a support programme for local parents and carers, and we also run a busy lunch club 5 days a week for older people in the community. I'd just like to say that I realised as I was sitting here that it was in this building that I first met Andrew Wakefield, and that's probably not surprising. He was here networking and I was a newbie, and I said something, I can't remember what I said, I voiced an opinion, and he said, turned around and he said, "You sound like someone who's been listening to my sermons." And I, ever the arch-atheist, said, "I don't think so." And that was the start of a beautiful friendship, and I will really miss Andrew. Just as I was crashing out of the back door of the Common Side Trust to come here this afternoon, I said to one of our volunteers, "Oh, I've got to speak, and I'm talking about good practice in volunteering." And she snorted with laughter. So I'm really glad she's not here today, because she's going to be at the back heckling. Something our lovely mayor said, we all have qualities and we all have something to offer. Indeed we do, and I'd like to take that one step further. I was thinking about how do we know if we're doing a good job? How do we know if the working relationship we have with a volunteer is good for us and good for them? And I think there's one thing that I like to remember, which is that we know it's going well when the person volunteering, to their delight and ours, finds that they had even more to offer than they thought they had when they started. That's a beautiful thing. MVSC gives me security and assurance to dare to take on new challenges. And what I mean by that is these challenging times make it absolutely terrifying to be a charity CEO. There'll be a few in the room who agree with me. There's a constant fear of missing a change in the law, missing a change in local policy, a change in local authority personnel, of breaking the law, health and safety, employment law, missing a funding deadline that would have been just right for what we're seeking to do, and missing a diary appointment and offending an important person. I'm shamefully actually, infamous for doing this last. So MVSC is my safety net. Good grief, really? Yeah. Okay. You know, online, at involved meetings, on the phone, and face to face. And I'll just finish then with a short bit. The bit that matters most to me is working with young people. They are not just a cliche, the future. They really are the future. And working with them to discover their creativity and their energy, and using that in volunteering is really key, and I look forward to doing a lot more of that work with MVSC in the future. Thank you.
Yes, hi, my name is Jackie Watkins and I manage the facility at TM United, formerly known as the Hub, and it is run on a not-for-profit basis, which is quite difficult as people only see us as a football club, but as Bo said, there's a lot more happens down there. Probably the place has evolved as it's been built, and it wasn't set out to be what it is now. We now have a boxing club, a gym, a soft play area. We have some lacrosse teams that play out there. But the thing that we're really excited about is the help that we give to the community, as in the older generation and the younger generation mixing together and helping each other. What my connection with MVSC has given me is a way into places and to meet people that I never thought I would have a chance or opportunity to meet. And through this work I've met some very inspiring people who have given us the, I suppose, the momentum to carry forward when sometimes you're sitting there banging your head against a brick wall because the funds have given up and no one seems to back you. You can always know that if you come to a meeting here, you will meet somebody that will inspire you to something else, so I thank you for that. Also for Sarah and Bo, without them supporting us, we wouldn't, as I said, have met the communities, and we are lucky that we have such a diverse set of people down there. They can all meet on a social way. We have great meetings with disability groups who now come down and socialise. We host Funky Feet for Merton Council, which is a disabled disco, which is quite righteous at times, I have to say. But the main thing is that we supply an environment that is safe and secure for people to come and feel part of the community and perhaps bring something back that has been missing, which is just being somewhere and being part of somewhere. And that's something that I've also picked up from being here. And there's a lot of people in this room that I actually feel are more friends than colleagues. So thank you very much.